Hi guys, it's Denise with Create Your Future. Thanks for joining me for today's video. Today we are going to talk about self-concept and why it's so important, and why it's so important not only to establish, but to continue as a practice as you progress, as you evolve, as you expand. So we'll get into that in a minute, but before we get started, as always, set your intentions to get the most out of this video. If anybody is interested in signing up for coaching, the link is in the description below. Also, I have a program, group coaching with myself and three attendees once a month, and that's called Table Talk, and that is on a specific topic. So take note that everyone joining will have questions on the same topic. Therefore, the questions of the other attendees and my answers to those questions will be beneficial to everybody on the call. We've had a lot of fun doing them so far. So the link for that is in the description below. Check that out. And also I have a Living in the End course that is also in the description below as a link. And that is, living in the end is the fastest, most resistant way to get the things that you want. So this course will walk you through like creating your path of least resistance, supporting your mental diet, helping you create your mental diet, how to implement it, and everything you need to know about living in the end so that you can create your desires the most seamless, effortless, and perfect way for you. All right, so self-concept. We talk about this a lot, like some people call it self-love, confidence, whatever. It really just is, how do you conceive of yourself? How do you think about yourself? What's the concept you hold of yourself in relation to yourself and in relation to all the things around you? Why it's so important, I've said this before, is because it really is your foundation, right? Like understanding that your experience, your 3D experience, is a projection of your assumptions. So naturally, that experience is going to relate directly to your concept of yourself, because how you think about yourself is going to form and mold how you assume to be treated by others, and how you assume your financial state to be, or your health to be. All these things, that's what all of this is. This whole experience outside of you is basically a reflection of how you assume yourself to be in terms of worthiness, deservedness, ability, belief, confidence, all of those things. So it really is the foundation and the building block. Like if you have a strong concept of yourself, if you have confidence, if you believe in yourself, if you know you're determined and you deserve to have all the things that you want in your life and that you're going to get them, that's a concept that's going to create that reality for you. So that's something you want to start implementing, getting clear on how you feel about yourself. What are the negative things that you think about yourself? Write them down on a piece of paper and replace them with positive thoughts and start there. And if there's too many, pick 5 to 12, whatever you're comfortable with. Pick a few, 3 to 7, whatever that number is. Work on those diligently for days to weeks until it starts to feel better, and then go down the list. Prioritize them. What are the most important things? What are the biggest things to me right now that I want to change how I perceive myself? And pick those and work on those for a few days or a couple of weeks or a few weeks or a month until you start to feel a shift. Keep practicing it and then implement the other ones. Bring the next group in, the next level of priority. Yeah, just know that like your experience is a projection of basically how you perceive yourself, because everything that you believe to be true about yourself and about what you should have and can have and are capable of having, worthy of having, deserve to have, all of that is reflected in your 3D experience continuously. So if you have a low self-concept, you're going to have undesirable assumptions and thus an undesirable 3D reality. So practicing that. The other point is that there's not a ceiling. Like you're not like, I did my self-concept work, I'm good, I'm solid, I'm done. Maybe, but if you continue to expand and want more things and strive for better, whatever, a better job, more money, better relationships, more vacations, like anything that's bigger than where you're at now, that's going to require a bigger concept of yourself. In other words, as you increase your concept of yourself and your level of confidence, where you're at now, there's a ceiling of what your potential expands. In other words, like, having a hard time saying this, but you get what I'm saying. Like, there's where you're at right now, how you perceive yourself to be. You can look and conceptualize like, oh, I want to be here. Like this is how I want to feel. And you can kind of like understand it. Like, I want to have this level of confidence. You may not talk about it that way, but like how you're perceiving it, it has a cap. You're identifying it. Like, I'm going to be confident. But as you start to create that within yourself, that level of confidence and that, like, whatever it is, confidence, positive self-concept, belief, strength in knowing that you can have whatever you want, that you deserve to have whatever you want, as you sit in that and become that ceiling is now going to be higher. So there's more potential. Again, it's expansion and it's continuous. It doesn't just like blow up and then just stop, right? It just keeps expanding. It keeps going. So for how great you think you can be right now, as you start to get closer to that level of greatness, how great you think you can be becomes even greater, and it becomes bigger than you. And to me, I believe that that's the driving force of life. That's what creates, right? We want to become more. We strive to become more. We become more. And now we're there and we sit in it. And now we're like, oh, but I want to become even more. And that's why there's things evolving and expanding and becoming better and becoming more or greater or more convenient, and things are getting more intelligent, and there's just more capability, more. That's great though. But know that, like, self-concept needs to always be in practice to some extent. Like, you always have to have a strong sense of like, yes, I can have that too. I can have that too. And it's normal that you'll feel like you can't, like that little bit of inferiority. Like, that's good. That's what pushes you to want to become, right? Because it's this idea of, oh, this thing, oh, I desire it. It must be big. It must be, you know, whatever. I'll have to work, or I'll have to dedicate myself, or I'll have to really put in effort. Not really. You just have to believe that you can have it. You have to put an effort to the concept that, yes, I'm worthy of having this. It's possible for me. I deserve to have it. And who better to have it than me? Nobody. Or I can have it and so can everybody else. So always keep a sense of confidence within yourself. And if you don't have it, make that your number one priority. If you have a high self-concept, as you start to believe in yourself more and see your worth and know who you are, which we can't conceptualize how big we really are, but as you start to at least expand your current concept to seeing yourself as bigger than you are and greater than you think you are right now, you're going to naturally expect others, because they're just you anyway, but you're going to naturally expect others outside of you to treat you better. You're going to naturally expect to be made a priority, to be showered with gifts if that's what you want, to get raises at your job all the time if that's what you want, to have, like, you know, an abundance of money flowing into you, to have a long, healthy life of joy and maybe travel or just meaty experiences of, you know, other cultures and meeting wonderful people, tasting great foods, all of these things that may seem like they're out of your reach. They're not out of your reach. Understand that, like, as you increase your self-concept, more and more things are going to be within your reach. And when you get there, there's going to be more things that feel like they're out there. And so you keep going, you keep progressing, you keep building, you keep expanding. That's really what it is. So that's my video for today. I would recommend, if you are working on your self-concept, like I said before, coming up with, like, what are the negative things you think about yourself? And what are the ones that are what you think most important, like that are really, really in there, or that are big, or that you really want to get rid of right away? Pick 3 and start affirming your way out of those. Create affirmations that are the opposite of the negative thought, and say that affirmation as many different ways as you can. Have a conversation with yourself about it. Don't just repeat it over and over again. Repeat it, support it, dwell on it, contemplate it. Yeah, that is true, actually. I am pretty amazing. I can achieve anything if I put my mind to it, and I can totally put my mind to this. Start talking to yourself like that. Creating an I am list, because we all know I am is incredibly powerful, and what you put after it, you become. You will totally become. So monitor that. You know, if you're mindlessly or unconsciously going about your day and saying things like, oh, I'm stupid, or I'm so silly, or I'm always making mistakes, or I'm not good enough for that, pay attention to those thoughts and practice replacing them. Oh, I'm smart. Oh, I'm doing everything right. Oh, I'm good at all the things I do. I'm so happy I did that. Look at me getting better and better every day. Look at all the things I'm learning. I am amazing. I am more than good enough to have what I want. Like, practice that. So paying attention of those thoughts. Also deliberately creating an I am list. I am confident, secure, stable, loving, generous, kind, caring, amazing, beautiful, sexy, hot, attractive, stunning, loving, independent, creative, talented. I think I said creative twice, but you get the gist. Like, go through and start describing yourself as you want to be, and start affirming that you are this. And if that feels like a stretch, like I've said before, start affirming I am becoming, but be mindful of what you are putting after the words I am, and make sure that it's something positive. Even if it's like, I am learning, I'm getting better and better every day, I'm becoming more confident, I am loving myself or appreciating myself or allowing myself to have these positive experiences. Practice that. Another tip is to like put positive affirmations in your phone as reminders, or just on your lock screen or your home screen, or whatever the screen is called that shows the pretty picture that you can choose. Put something that says like, you're amazing, or I'm amazing. So depending on how you how you perceive that, it doesn't matter. It's up to you. Write notes on your bathroom mirror. Put a Post-it on your visor in your car, on your bulletin board at your desk, wherever you look frequently, on your alarm clock if you use an alarm clock, on your bedstand, like your nightstand, your water bottle. Write notes on your water bottle. Actually, that's a really great tip, because water absorbs energy. So the beautiful words you put on your water bottle are going to get absorbed into the molecules of that water, and then you're going to be drinking it. So that's fun. So yeah, self-concept is really important. Why? Because it's the foundation for your whole experience. Your whole experience is based on how you feel about yourself and how you believe and assume you're destined or worthy of having, whatever your personal belief is. It's based on how you perceive yourself in this world. So you want to perceive yourself as worthy, deserving, and creating your destiny, manifesting your destiny exactly how you want it, because you deserve to and you're good enough to. So yeah, working on that stuff, and not stopping, because it's going to keep expanding. Like the concept of being great is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's going to keep being outside of you. As you become great, there's going to be more greatness to become. So keep doing that, keep flourishing, keep expanding, keep growing with it. That's my video. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thanks for being patient with me. It's been a long time since I recorded a video. You guys know I'm a mom, got 3 kids, and my oldest was fine, but between myself and my 2 youngest kids, we all got this horrid cold that just cycled through everybody, and some of us more than once. Lucky me. But I'm back and I'm feeling good. I've still been coaching, obviously, but I haven't been doing much outside of that. I've been tending to kids and then resting when I can and tending to myself. So that's all. So thanks for sticking through it and hanging out. All right, you guys are awesome. You're the best. Have fun manifesting everything that you want. You're good enough to have it. And I'll see you next video. Bye, guys.